brother. I need more than a piece, my brother. If you rollin' with me, my brother, just know we going past the peak, my brother. And I keep my eyes on the prize so I can never see defeat, my brother. Walking the finest line between the shape and the fleet. Take a seat or stay out of reach. Word is mine, I ain't claiming a piece. Throne is mine, but I stay on my feet. Locked and loaded, I pray that you get low. If you rollin', I pray you don't get cold. Is you ready for war, my brother? Is you ready for war, my brother?
Backing, they backing up.
Right. Thanks, guys, so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today. We're just going to have a casual conversation, get to know you guys more on a personal level. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit of basketball, and we're also going to sip and enjoy some espresso martinis. So I think it's only appropriate that we maybe start this off by cheersing with the espresso martinis, if you guys want to have some.
We have a game tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll have a sip. Ooh, pretty good. I might have to Uber home after this. Those are great. But guys, we have some few props here, the espresso martinis as well as your guys' shoes. We'll get into that in a little bit. But what's the story behind the espresso martinis?
Ask Book.
Okay, Book. What's the story behind those?
I don't know. Every good night starts with one, though.
Okay. I like that answer. Well, we'll start with you on this one, Book, getting into your signature shoe deal, the Nike Book one. We have them right over here. Pretty awesome. And you've been introducing a lot of new colorways to this season. Just for you, what was the process like designing your signature shoe?
I mean, every kid's dream is how I explain it. You know, growing up, actually being a sneakerhead and, you know, saving up my money and just following sneaker culture my entire life, it was always something I wanted to be a part of. So, you know, once Nike gave me the word about 2 years ago and we started the process then, you know, I haven't looked back. You know, it's occupied my mind and my thoughts for the past 2 years.
What was that first moment like for you when you saw the shoe? You got to touch it, feel it, and just know that it had come to life?
It's just hard to explain, to be honest. Like I said, it really is a dream. And it feels like a dream every day, every new color. You know, I try to tell a story through all of them. Following this man growing up, I wore his shoes and, you know, still did recently when I was in the NBA too. So, you know, just trying to tell the most stories that I can through them.
KD, you have the KD 16s, and we have the Texas edition ones behind here. What's the story behind them?
Say it again, sorry.
Just the story behind these shoes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I got so many ties with the state of Texas and the University of Texas, and I always wanted to somehow honor the cities and the people I came across in those cities as I played throughout this journey. So that's a huge part of my journey, and just my shoe line and my line in general is there just to tell stories, and hopefully it lines up with my play as well. So me and the fan can have a more of an intimate relationship, you know. So I'm grateful for the opportunity I had with Nike.
You mentioned Nike. You're one of the 3 athletes to have a lifetime contract with them. What's it mean to you to just be in the company of MJ and LeBron?
I mean, just saying those names, I mean, that's basketball royalty to me and guys that I followed and wanted to be like. And, they set the blueprint for what it is to be a signature athlete. And I just try to follow that blueprint along with having my own twist with it as well. And being around for so long helps as well. So being around for 16, 17 years, had that many shoes, I'm just grateful I can continue to tell stories like that.
And Brad, you're a Jordan guy. We have your shoes back behind here. You've done a few player exclusive ones. The Hot Wheel Jordan 38s. Tell us a little bit more about them. And there's some detail inside as well with your kids' names.
Yeah. So my wife and I had 3 beautiful boys: Bradley, the second, Braylon, and Braxton. If you say them really fast, you'll butcher their names like we do every day. But yeah, we love cars. The boys love Hot Wheels, and so this is like a true dedication to them. They're always sitting on the baseline, driving me crazy, driving her crazy, and they're huge fans of these 2 guys and our whole team, man. So those are specifically dedicated to them.
Well, we're going to do a lot of new faces on this Suns team this season, and obviously not the whole team is here right now, but we want to get to know more about the teammates that you guys are with day in, day out. So we're going to do some rapid fire questions on these guys, and if you think maybe one pertains to you, don't be afraid to say that it's you on this one too. So, are you guys ready? All right, first one: who is the funniest teammate in the locker room? Tough one.
I'm going to go Brad.
I knew this.
Brad or Saban for me.
Yeah, I would say Saban.
You just got to watch Brad. He's like a walking meme every game. Me and Book was talking about this yesterday. He got and one over there. He just laid out for a couple of seconds.
Gotta have fun, man. Gotta have fun. Enjoy it. I'll say me again. I'm funny. I try to be light, keep the energy going. But Saban's hilarious, though. Saban, you gotta watch Saban.
Which teammate would you say is the best dressed?
I'll go Book. Book come to practice dressed.
Bowl.
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 Bowl put that. Bowl put
Love
it
the
on.
love for bowl, though, right?
Nah, for real.
Yeah, no, it probably is a tie between Bowl and Book.
Okay. Devin, when you're picking out an outfit, what goes into that for you?
Just what the day's going like. It's just mood. What I feel like dressing, just expressing, how you feel that day. So if you try to plan it too accordingly, then, it feels forced. So whatever you're comfortable wearing.
Do you have a favorite outfit of all time that you've worn or that you look back on where you're like, man, that's the one that I love?
Nah, I'd just say it's kind of like uniform dressing. It's the same thing over and over again, just in different styles and colors.
Brad, why are you laughing?
Because he's dead serious, but he's so funny, though.
Next one, who's the go-to for the positive energy on the team, the good vibes, the one that can pick you guys up in the locker room?
Definitely not me.
I'm going Brad.
I would say me or Goody. Goody will get us going. Jay Good.
Yeah, I go with Good too.
What goes into that, Brad, for you, just as a player of having that energy and wanting to help the guys and lift them up?
For me, it's I've never been a part of a team like this, so I literally embrace every single moment there is, every step of the journey, because you don't get an opportunity like this every single day, So I truly take pride in that and understanding that these opportunities don't come around a lot, and we have a good group of guys. So let's enjoy that. Let's uplift each other and have fun doing it. We played this game since we were this tall, and it was fun then. So let's not lose that. So.
And then finally, for this one, who has the best and worst taste in music on the team?
Oh. The young guys, man.
I say he is the best, KD. He's in tune.
He's very versatile.
I don't want to take.
You
I
versatile.
wouldn't say that. I say Book is probably up there too. We all listen to the same
I
stuff
was about to
though.
say we listen to the same stuff.
When Book got the aux, it's like I turn on a Drake just like I would. I think we just operating. We operating on the same, mind frame. The worst though, that's probably the hardest question. What would you say is the worst?
We have a lot of headphones, though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We're a big headphone team. It's like choose what you want to listen to.
Yeah, exactly. So we wouldn't know actually who's the
That's a good point.
who's the worst. But when you turn on Drake, it feels like everybody know the words. So I guess.
Yeah. And Jay-Z at practice too, right? I've heard that.
A lot of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no bad taste in music.
Been cool so far.
We got a high taste level team,
All right, well, we're going to switch gears a little bit here, just talking some off the court stuff. I hear that you guys are all really into gaming as well. Tell me, we can start with you, Brad, your favorite game and why.
For me, it's Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty guy. Call of Duty and Madden, those are my two go-tos. But we're in the field. We're in the field.
It's nice where after a game, I'm playing with these two and Brad's wife until 4 in the morning. We got practice at noon, but we playing until 4 a.m. playing Call of Duty.
That's a true story.
Love it.
That should tell you what we like.
It's facts. It's facts.
And Devin, I had heard you, I think it was last week, you were talking in the locker room to Savin Lee and J.O. about Mario Kart, too. Is that up there for you?
Yeah, that's for that's our next trip plan. Everyone's bringing their Switches because I guess we have a lot of Mario Kart fans, and I wasn't aware. So I think we have seven people bringing their Switches next trip. If y'all didn't get the memo,
My boys got me one for Christmas.
Okay.
I'm in.
I didn't know
I have my own.
Well, it's, you got siblings you got to share amongst you.
Well, you had mentioned too that you guys play with Kamaya, and just you would fix the PC, the gaming PC. We saw that on TikTok. What went into that?
Yeah, I'm a little nerd, man. I venture out and do some things, but no, I had a lot of help. Our chef is actually really good. Our chef wears like 50 hats. And he helped me set up the PC, which is something I've had interest in doing, but it's pretty cool. It was a cool process.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
That's a nice setup.
Yeah.
Not only are you guys into gaming, but you're also animal lovers, even more importantly. I hear, do you guys all have the same breed of dog, the Cane Corso? I think I'm saying that right?
We do.
Yes. Okay. So, did you guys go through the same breeder? How did you all come up with the same breed?
Well, I spent the summer with Book. Well, not a summer, like a month or so, and with Book in the Olympics, and all he talked about was Haven, and I just fell in love with Cane Corso. I had one before, and I was like, I'm gonna get another one. And I was inspired by Book, to be honest, that whole summer. And mine's still getting trained, but I see Haven all the time. It's just incredible dog.
So, yes, I have a lot of dogs actually. I got 5 dogs. All right, I need bear with me. All right, bear with me.
Can we go through all their names and what breed they are?
I got you. So, it started off with a Rottweiler and a French Bulldog. Right. All right. There were 2 boys. My wife and I I had the Rottweiler. She had the Frenchie. I don't do the small dogs.
I love Frenchies. They're really cute.
So, bright idea for our anniversary one year, we decided to buy each other the opposite sex of the dog. And our friends don't tell us, right? So they all know that we're doing this, and they know we're soon enough about to have 4 dogs. So anniversary comes around, we hand each other bags. Both big bags are moving, and we're like, okay. We can kind of feel where this is going. Open the bags, 2 other dogs. So we're like, okay, like this is This is a lot, right? And 2 months later, she was pregnant. I'm like, okay, so now we got to really pump the brakes, all right? We got five animals potentially running around the house, all right? So we, thank God, her mom takes the French Bulldog. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Our French Bulldogs end up mating, and they have a litter of 6 puppies. Right. My wife obviously wants to keep 1 puppy, so we legitly have 5 dogs now, right? 3 French Bulldogs, 2 Rottweilers, 1 baby. It's a lot going on as an NBA player trying to manage all of this stress on the court, you know. Fast forward, we get her mom to take the 3 French Bulldogs. We're stuck with the 2 Rotties. Unfortunately, our boy Roddy passed in January when we were still in D.C., but we've always been a fan of Cane Corso's. The funny story about it, as we're training our Cane Corso, we meet Haven, his dog, all the way in damn D.C., learning how to train and be Book's dog. And fast forward, I get traded to the Suns, and we all got Cane Corsos.
I love that. Now, do your dogs ever get together at all? Or you ever have them play together? I know they're huge.
Yeah, his dog.
I told him to bring him over.
Oh yeah, we should have brought him here today.
I'm with it.
My dog still needs some more training.
Mine's too.
No, I love it. But you guys, obviously, dogs, gaming. You also have a big love for music, like you were just talking about with Drake. Maybe who is your favorite artist, and maybe who's in the top rotation for you guys as well?
I can't say, my dad's right here. I can't not say Jay-Z or else he's not going to let me out of here. So my whole childhood was me listening to Drake and then him explaining Jay-Z lyrics to me as a 10-year-old.
What about you, Katie?
Oh, yeah, it's probably the same too, guys. I grew up listening to Jay-Z, and then when I came into the league, Drake had just came out as an artist, so he kind of carried my career once I was done with Jay-Z. But those two meant a lot to, the culture of sports as well as music.
Brad?
I didn't really grow up on Jay-Z, so don't shoot me down. But I grew up a Nelly fan. We had Nelly in St. Louis, so I grew up on Nelly. But as I got older, J. Cole has been my favorite artist. Yeah.
Now, Kevin, you received an A&R credit on Drake's recent album. Can you talk a little bit about what went into that and how this kind of happened for you?
It was definitely a surprise for me. I mean, me and Drake has always had ongoing conversations about, like, my career and what it means and what I've done and his career and just what it all means. So just, I guess, having those conversations over time prompted him to just, name me or credit me on this album. I didn't know about it until a few days before, and I heard some of the songs before they came out. That's just about it. I didn't help. People ask me, what beats did you pick? Or did you help with lyrics? I was like, that's Drake. Come on, you think he needs help with anything? But it was cool just hearing the stuff and listening to him throughout his creative process. That was fun. That was always been a dream when I started making music. Me and my uncle right here, we bought our first beat machine when I first got into the league, and since then I just was intrigued with the process of making music, and I guess learning that process has made me appreciate the music and the art a little bit more. So I always wanted to be a part of something like as big as a Drake album.
What was that like for you to have that happen and just your interest in music at a young age and then fast forwarding now to this?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, it just all started from just being a hobby. It's still a hobby. I'm not trying to put music out or become an artist. I just like getting in the studio and vibing and having a good time,
I think people would love it, though, if you did.
Nah. No, I keep that secret. But I just enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed the process of becoming an artist and what it takes, and to have that opportunity to just have a conversation with one of the biggest artists in the world was cool.
What was maybe the biggest thing that you learned from him? when you were able to talk to him?
Just the consistency in which he approaches the work, just the craft, and what's most important when he steps into the studio and to make music, and just having a clear mind and to create and not being distracted from anything. He has tunnel vision, and I think that's how we approach our craft as artists on the basketball court, is trying to be consistent and get better every day, but also having that tunnel vision on what the goal is at the end of the season.
And Book, you got some love from Drake this summer. He wore your signature shoe during his concert. I mean, how did that come about for you?
Just an idea at first. The shoe hadn't even been made yet. I had one pair, and once I found out he was coming to Phoenix, it just started as an idea, and 2 months later, Nike made the shoe, and I hand delivered it. I didn't know if he was actually going to wear it on stage or not, and then I was just as surprised as everybody else once he pulled up in it, and then he continued wearing it the rest of his show, not even in Phoenix. So I think that was a product of him getting his foot in there and actually feeling how comfortable it was, and he expressed that to me, and I felt like it was a dope way to just debut it and let the world see it for the first time.
Yeah, that's pretty special. And to follow up on that with how comfortable your shoes are. Your teammates have been wearing them. I know that you gifted the whole team a pair. You had Nurk saying how comfortable they were just the first time that he put them on. What does that mean to you to have your teammates' support in that too, and being able to see that?
I mean, that's everything. That's what you want. I mean, you can have an idea on something and you can wear it yourself and think it feels a certain way, but until you get an actual review and a real opinion from people that are doing what you're doing, it means a lot.
All right, well, we're going to transition a little bit to kind of what a game day can be like for you guys. Not myself, but you guys, the travel, the grind of it, the day in, the day out. How do you guys find maybe your personal balance? I know that can probably be a challenge, but finding the personal balance, but then also being able to be so focused on the game. If there is a personal balance, sometimes when it's like a back-to-back or something,
I mean, we play Call of Duty a lot. We'll play before a game sometimes, like, just, it eases us. You're just not filled with basketball all the time. Then I have my boys that keep me entertained if they're not in school. They've been home for they had a long break, by the way. That break, it's about time for them to go back to school, but that gives you a good balance, just having, a good support system and having hobbies like, just keep you. Basketball, yeah, we're focused all the time, but it's good to have little hobbies like we have to, like you said, keep that balance.
Look, what about you?
What game day routine?
Or just how do you have personal balance in your life with the craziness of the schedule?
They just go hand in hand. I really enjoy, what we're doing. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy experiencing new cities. Obviously, your body can get worn down a little bit, but, I still wake up appreciative and grateful, to be doing what we're doing. We're like on tour going around, the United States, selling out arenas and, getting to play the game that we love.
KD?
Yeah, I just echo what Book said. I mean, once you commit to this life, you commit to it and everything. I mean, this is personal for us, getting up and doing this and going through this journey every single day of trying to be great basketball players. There's some ups and downs, but I think that's the beauty of it all, and we enjoy it. That's why we've been around so long. What's this, 12, Brad, for you? How many years?
Man, Kay, you ain't do all that. Yeah, it's
They bring
12
up
for
my
me,
age
brother.
all the time. 12?
It's 12 for
I
me.
mean, for you to, and it's 9? You OG now, Book.
You've been in literally over half your life.
That's
You've been in the NBA longer than you haven't.
That's why I had to ask y'all, because everybody bring up my age all the time, but these dudes is getting old too.
That's a long time.
To get up and do this every day, you gotta have that love for it like that, and 12, 9, 16 years in the league, that shows that this is our balance, doing this every day.
What would you say fuels you guys, maybe on those days? And I don't know if you guys have those days where you get up and it's a back-to-back, you're exhausted. Oh, there we go. It's really good, Devin. I think you guys should, what about just a sip? Is Frank here? Is Frank Vogel here? No, okay, so we won't tell anyone. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it is good.
Is it tequila based?
I think it's vodka in there, how it's supposed to be done.
It's tequila base.
That's tequila?
Yeah, it is.
I don't do
watched
vodka.
I watched them make it.
Good selection.
It's really, I'm gonna have another sip actually.
I don't know.
But anyway, Brad, or I was saying, what kind of fuels you guys on those days where maybe you're exhausted and it's coming in really late at night, 2 a.m., and then you have a game the next day? What continues to motivate you?
Oh, that eases you for sure. That's a good question, man. I think honestly, from like as you get older in your career, you have to find ways to kind of motivate you more and more and more as you go. And I would say being around these two, like, and we've only been around each other a few months, I have like a whole new like energy, a whole new life, a whole new like perspective of the game to where like I have a new challenge now, right? And so I'm in a position now to where we have something that we're playing for every single night. We have an opportunity to win, and that's valued beyond limits, right, for me. And so for me, that's my motivation now. It is tough. You have your ups and downs. Like, we're human beings too. There's times we don't want to get up and go to practice. There's times we don't want to do things, but it's understanding, all those days and works, and when you were a kid up to this point, like, you worked your tail off to do this. And at the end of the day, we got the best job in the world. We work for 2 hours a day. And like you said, we get to go play Call of Duty.
Katie, what about you?
One of my main motivations as I got older is like the off days. Like if we come in and we got a back-to-back, I know we're gonna have an off day the next day. So it's like I'm so excited to have that off day. And so like I just feel we want to handle business in these 2 days so we can really enjoy our off day, So I think the little things like that, as I got older in the league, I started to appreciate a little bit more. Because we play so much, and it's hard to get free time for yourself. So we usually use that off day to play Call of Duty all day.
I was going to ask what you guys do.
Yeah, well, as much as we talked about Call of Duty, that's usually what we always do. But it's a motivation to know that you can give it your all for that much, and now you can decompress for a second and then ramp back up again. I think that's what I love about the NBA, and that usually happens around this time, January, February, it's the thick of the season, and you really got to dig deep. And those off days definitely help.
Book, what about you?
I didn't answer this question.
Just more so about what fuels you, when it's craziness of the season.
Just the task at hand. You said we put a lot of work to get here, so, why stop now? It's the lifestyle.
Brad, family has been very important to you throughout your career. You have 3 kids. You were, in the middle of 5 brothers. I think your mom's probably the MVP there on that. But how does a family play a role in your life and even the off days of getting that time and having that support system?
Family's everything, man. Like, we're very valued. I come from a blessed household. Both my parents married, still together. 5 boys, which is crazy. And I'm warning my wife right now because we already at 3. All right, my mom made the same mistake. I was the 3rd child. She said, I want to have a girl. All right. Bam, God said twin boys. So now she had 5 boys. She's creeping right up the same alley. But we value family. It's nothing like it. My boys motivate me to continue to do what I do on the floor. And family's everything, man. Family loves you, whether you're up or you're down, no matter what. So that's what we hang our hats on.
And bringing your family to Phoenix during this transition, how has this city been for you and just the welcome that you've received?
The city's been awesome. Everybody's been welcoming, with open arms, from interacting with people and on a daily basis, to my teammates, to our staff, that works in our building every single day. Everything has been smooth. My family loves it. My boys love it. They love their school. They love their new friends. They love these two guys now. I can't get a Beal jersey around the house to save my life anymore. So, but I'm happy about that. But man, Phoenix has been awesome. This is a complete 360 from DC, but I've embraced every moment of it. And one thing about me, I love to eat, and the food has been A1.
And you had said too that you don't have to use your GPS as much anymore now. You're kind of learning your way
Yeah, I can
a little
crack
bit
down
more.
on the GPS a little bit now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to figure out, and like you said earlier, it's convenient. Like everything is like you can get there pretty quick. So I've got good memory of where to get. The book helps me out a lot too.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Do you have a maybe you mentioned restaurants. Do you have a favorite spot that you go to?
Ooh, you put me on the spot now. Toca's really good. Toca's good. Blanco's good. As you can see, I'm going with a Mexican trend, Those have been my two favorites so far. What's the sushi place? Shuma Maya, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. The other one. My man, there you go.
Do you guys have suggestions too for Brad on spots? Maybe your guys go to that you could share with him.
He'll figure it out.
Dorito Express. Okay. I'm all ears, man. Listen. Whatever you got, shout them out. I'm Big Panda over here. I can eat. No? Okay.
We might need a pen and paper for you to be able to write these down.
We'll get them. This is all recorded, so we'll get it later. What about it?
But Devin, for you, last season you had the honor of retiring your high school jersey in Moss Point, and you joined your dad on the wall with that. The legends in your hometown. We have photos right there. But we know that Moss Point means a lot to you. But can you just tell us more about your family legacy there and just kind of how it imprinted on you and shaped you as a person and a player?
Yeah, I moved down there for my high school years. I grew up, most people know, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So, moving from, the Midwest down to, the Deep South was just it was a culture shock for me, and, something I didn't understand at first. And you learn in the South, family is very important, and Southern hospitality and respect for your elders is a key to life down there. So, it taught me so many things, and, to be in that situation, to be able to bring my teammates, coaches, and, the whole organization to the small town of Moss Point, the kids there, the whole town are going to remember it forever.
We talked a little bit about, off days and the grind of the NBA season, but during a typical game day, if there is shoot around, not shoot around, do you guys have any particular routines that you do every day? Maybe besides Call of Duty, maybe like certain foods that you eat, meditations that you do to get ready for the game, game day naps. I know that's a big one sometimes for certain guys.
Just a nap, maybe, and head to the game. Yeah. I mean, I don't even want to say it no more at this point.
Yeah, okay. We can go to the next topic for you, Katie, but Boardroom is a media brand that you helped found in, I believe it was 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of have given life to it. Tell us a little bit more about it and kind of how it came about.
Just wanted to tell more stories around sports culture and give people a peek behind the curtain of sports business, and it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. Just like I said, telling stories and getting to understand different perspectives from the sports platform, and so we continue to keep growing. I mean, moving out to Phoenix, expanding our brand, and trying to bring it out here has been fun as well. Trying to do more activation. So, yeah, boardroom is a huge part of what I'm trying to do going forward, which is storytelling around the game of basketball and getting around sports in general. Yeah, and it's been cool.
Brad and Book, are there other business ventures that you guys are looking at right now, or ways to expand, even just here in the Valley?
I'm still getting my feet on the ground here. I'm definitely big in the community, and one, giving back, but two, I'm definitely open to investment opportunities and just growing a portfolio in that fashion. But well,
You did a video series too with ESPN's and Mike Spears, just kind of a diary of your transition here. How did that happen for you, and just wanting to maybe do that and put that out there of this transition?
Mark Spears is an LSU guy. I kind of lost a bet to him. Florida, LSU, just like, don't say a book. I don't want to talk about it. No, Florida lost to Kentucky today. But no, Mark is a great guy. He's a great journalist, great storyteller, and it's just a way to just transition my life of being in one place for 11 years and, kind of jump ship your whole family across the country, and just kind of what that's like, and what your first year is like in a different uniform, and embracing that whole transition. So it's been a fun story.
Book, what about you?
Global ambassador. New hotel right next to the practice facility. You guys would check it out.
All right, this is going to be for all of you guys, getting to know you even more. We're doing some basketball, but also just giving the fans and season ticket members an inside look. But what's maybe something that people don't know about you, or would be really surprised to know about you as a player, as a person, besides Call of Duty?
Yeah, I feel like I've been an open book since I've been in the league. I don't feel like I have any hidden talents.
They're both classic car collectors, and nobody knows that. They both do have old school cars.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't put me on that level yet as a car collector. I do got a couple, though.
You guys connect on that really well then, Brad, and getting to see their car collection too?
He got the cars.
Yeah, he got all the cars.
He has more than a few.
Yeah, I got a couple.
When did you guys first fall in love with the game? Was there a certain moment growing up?
When I was 5, my mom taught me how to shoot. My mom still to this day will text me, "Get your elbow up, get your legs in your shot." But no, she taught me how to hoop ever since I was 5 years old, and that's kind of how it all started. Just never stopped from there.
Look.
Yeah, I think it's the first thing they handed me. Just Fisher-Price dream. Started on the Fisher-Price goal in the house, and yeah, it just went from there.
Katie, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, earliest I remember, I want to say 7, 8, 6. I don't know. Right around that time. I feel like I was born with it too. And it just grew at a rapid pace from there. Everything's been a blur, it feels like.
Was there a particular time where it was maybe that aha moment of, wow, I can play in the NBA?
I think it comes and goes. Like, I still feel it. I might feel it tomorrow. I wake up and, I definitely feel exactly what you said. Like, it's a wow moment. I get the chance to lace them up again. It's beautiful.
Brad, what about you?
I'm the same. I'm gonna say, I think when we were younger, you kind of know, you kind of have a feel, yeah, maybe I can play in the league, but you won't know until obviously you're there, and then you'll do some moves in the game, okay, yeah, okay.
Pretty good.
Like when you start impressing yourself, you're like, okay, maybe, yeah, I belong.
Who is on your guys' Mount Rushmore of basketball? Katie, we'll start with you first.
Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe Bryant,
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
We actually had a photo of you and Kobe too. I wasn't sure this one. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, that was a fun game. I think that's the game Kobe had took like 45 shots that night. And it was like a back-to-back. He had like 48, hit the game winner on us, and that showed me like as levels to where I am. You know, I'm coming in as the top high school player. I was killing in college, number 2 pick, got a shoe deal. I was feeling myself. And it was early in the season, I was playing well, and then the biggest star in the world come into the gym is just, you can't compete with stuff like that. And then he showed it, man. Seeing that photo always bring back that memory, for sure.
Devin, what about you?
You already said it.
Yeah. Brad, too?
Yeah. Yeah. Not one change on that jump.
Well, another topic that I know you guys are very involved with is charity work, as well as just being involved in the community. I know that that's very important to all of you. I mean, Brad, you've spearheaded community efforts starting during your time in DC. You won the NBA season-long Community Assist Award. Kevin, you and your mom launched the Durant Family Foundation. And then Devin, you've done your Devin Booker Starting Five since 2019. Can you each just walk through being involved in the community and why it's important to you, giving back, and those moments of where you have that special feeling of knowing that you are making a difference in someone's life? Brad, we can start with you first.
I always credit my parents. My parents raised me to be a humble young man and understand where you come from. And we didn't have everything, but we were comfortable. And understanding that there are people in the world who don't have as much as you or can't afford what you can. And as I got older, we become role models unexpectedly, whether we like it or not. And so, you know, with that comes a lot of responsibility of, you know, how you carry yourself, how you act, and things like that. But also of just giving back to the community and being involved and showing love back to people who come and support you on a nightly basis. And you never know what that, you know, that sick kid or that family who can't afford Christmas gifts, you know, those 5 minutes of interaction with you means the world to them. And little do they know, like, that lifts us up too. You know, that boosts our ego a little bit, and knowing that, you know, we can make a positive impact on people outside of basketball, you know. So for me, it's always a no-brainer to be able to give back and show love and express my gratitude in however I can.
Katie, just for you too, and maybe tell us a little bit more. I know you and your mom are so close. I mean, she's at a lot of games, and just launching that with her, the importance of that and your relationship, as you guys both have an impact.
Yeah, I mean, just wanted to always be of service to people. I seen my mom be of service working as a kid, and how she always took care of people that you know, every day. And I just wanted to be of service, especially when my feet were planted. So wherever I played, in Texas, Oklahoma City, San Francisco Bay Area, New York City, I just try to be of service to the community as much as I can. And try to do my little part as well, as by playing as hard as I can on the court, and hopefully that just brightens somebody's day or night or whatever, week or whatever, you know, by playing hard. And then if I'm out in the community, just try to find out how I can help any way I can.
And then Devin, finally for you, just giving back. I mean, you've been involved, and even on the road during Thanksgiving, you were giving out turkeys to families when I think we were in Utah for that too.
Yeah, Jordan asked me to pull up, and, you know, I didn't think twice about it. You know, piggybacking off what those guys said, just understanding the impact and understand that this is, you know, just, you know, a game that we play. And, you like Brad said, you don't understand your impact or power on these people in just a short amount of time. So, whenever I can have an authentic conversation with somebody, outside of the arena that recognizes me and I can look them in their eyes and shake their hand, that's always better than, a kind of like a forced situation. So, I understand how much time is and, caring about people, and, it's been a staple for me since I got here.
Love hearing that. I think we need another round of applause for these guys. Pretty special, the impact they have. Well, we have a little bit of time left, so we're actually going to go to some important questions from our PayPal 6-man members that had some questions for you guys, and this is for all three of you. The first question that we have is from Jeffrey Biro, who has been a member since 1978. His question for all of you, what are the keys to building your chemistry as a group? Call of Duty for the win again.
I just think the more and more we show up, I mean, these guys just showing up and being who they are every single day, just the hard-working, dedicated guys. We feed off one another, just showing up and being the best that we can, and it's been consistent every day with these guys. It's just, they're gonna be there. You're gonna have somebody to work out with every day, and I think that builds chemistry in itself. There's not a lot of conversations we have about building chemistry. It just happens. It kind of formulates on its own, and it starts with guys who just consistently show up every day.
All right, we have one more before we have to close out. The next question is from Alan Gerwitz, a member since 2006. Alan wants to know, outside of Footprint Center, is there a specific city or arena that you enjoy playing in the most? Brad, we can start with you first.
Dang. How many teams in the NBA? Man. I don't know, man. New York's always fun. New York's fun. Miami's fun. Chicago's fun. I don't know, man. We scorers, man. We play. We love to play everywhere, but if I had to pick one, I would say MSG. Yeah, MSG. The Lightning.
Look, what about you? I know we've talked about how important MSG is and how just the history of that, and you love playing there.
Yeah,
too.
I'd say MSG for sure. Definitely just the history. Feel it when you're walking through.
Katie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go crypto.com, Staples Center. That Lakers yellow when you come out, and the crowd is you don't really see the crowd, how dark it is. It just feels like you're on a stage. Sure. And MSG too. I mean, it's probably, them two probably even to me.
Well, guys, that's going to conclude our courtside conversation. We can't thank you guys enough for taking the time out of your day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This was a great event, and everyone, please get home safely. We'll see you tomorrow night, and as always, go Suns.